For us at Tata Motors, the lockdown and the pandemic couldn't have come at a worse time. I know everybody across the world had different challenges, but for us, it was particularly painful because after many years of planning, we had just launched a complete range of new products, which were upgraded to BS6, but also upgraded on design. And we had four new launches in the same platform in Jan of 2020. And we had great hopes in how those products were going to perform in the market. In addition to that, we also had the Auto Expo, where we had actually launched upgraded versions of our flagship, the Harrier, with a lot of exciting features. And for us, we were just at the starting block of a resurgence into the market when the pandemic hit us. Effectively, it meant that years and years of planning and anticipation was completely destroyed. And particularly from a marketing side, the challenge was how do we sustain the momentum? How do we get people to remember all the good things that we announced at the launch and not allow it to just, kind of dissolve into the air? We took a step back probably early in April, I would say, when we got a grip of how the pandemic was going to pan out, how the lockdown was going to pan out. And being from the Tata Group and firmly being driven by the values of the Tata Group, I would say really helped us when we did this step back and had a wider look. And after a lot of discussion with our agencies, with my own marketing team, and with several other leaders in our own organization, we decided on a three-step approach, I would say, on how to approach this. And at the center of the whole strategy was the customer. We decided that, yes, everybody is affected by the pandemic. And most importantly, we depend on our customers for our business. But end of the day, a customer is also a human being. A customer is also a normal person like each of us. And each of our customers, she or he, wherever he is going through the same stresses related to the lockdown. So our strategy, to put it in its simplest forms, was in three steps. Firstly, empathy towards not only our own customers, but empathy towards society, empathy towards the general public, and empathy towards overall the nation by itself on what's happening and how we can support them through their difficulties. The next stage, once we crossed the empathy stage, we said we will get into the education stage. And this education stage was about how to build positivity, how to make people look at the brighter side of things, how to help them kind of overcome their hurdles, overcome the tough situation, and start looking out in an optimistic manner to the future. And the third part was execution. And this was obviously the toughest part. Execution meant really getting back on the ground and performing those hard yards to get back to normalcy. This could involve getting our plants back to work. This could involve getting our dealerships back to work. This also could involve getting our sales team back on the ground in a safe manner. So primarily our the strategy was based around three words: empathy, education, and execution. But at the center of it all was our customer. The history of the automotive industry in the country, there was no transactions. And we had to get back on our feet very fast. And importantly, we were seeing that customers were really keen on getting, their own personal transport, because many of them who were depending on public transport, there was no public transport available those days. So getting their own set of wheels became very important. So we saw a little bit of, I would say, keenness from customers to start purchasing their own means of transport. So for me, this combination of three steps and an approach towards the market with a lot of empathy, a lot of understanding that the customer is a regular person like you and me, and that sometimes marketing is not just about selling the product or talking about the brand, but about stepping back, look back at our deeper values that governs the corporate, take strength from the deeper values, that kind of guide us in the right direction. Be confident in what has been laid out in terms of the broader direction of the organization and follow the path.